This video is to show you just a little bit of what we do with the records before you see them, what we do to find out if it's a good record or not. So what you're looking at is an access database that we created. So far, one of the records is entered in here with just the limited amount of information that the county gives. Um, we put in that this is week 25 for the auction date, and it's Broward County, the tax deed number and the parcel number, the starting bid, and the assessed amount. And then we have fields for all the other information that we need. So the first thing I want to show you is we have a list of date fields down here that are going to remind us to look back to see if a claim has been paid or submitted, or if any of the liens have been paid. Just whatever we need to, if we need to look back at the record for whatever reason, I have a lot of different reminders that are going to tell me what I need to do. And for those fields to be populated with dates, I need the auction date, which in this case is June 20th. So I'm going to just put that in, and then you'll see what happens down here with the reminder dates. They all fill in with the dates that I need to check back. And then this property, the starting bid is just over $31,000, and the assessed amount is over $55,000. And therefore, in the homestead field, I have a formula that will tell me if this property is homestead or not. And that makes a big difference with the surplus, because when a property is homestead, the county will add half of the assessed value of the home to the starting bid. So once I know the starting amount and the assessed amount, this formula will tell me if it's not homestead or possibly is. And if it says possibly, then I will go ahead and open up the property appraiser's website to find out if this property is homestead. And if it is yes, I'm going to show you what happens in just a moment. So let's say the auction is over and it ended, and then this one's true actually. In this case, it ended at $34,600. And then when I hit the tab key, what happens, it tells me the starting bid was 31,000, the ending bid was 34, so that leaves an overbid of just over 3,000. But I did check the property appraiser's website, and this property is homestead. So when I change this to yes, watch what happens with the surplus. What it did was take half of the assessed value and put it into the surplus field, because that also goes towards the surplus. So this record has over 30,000 in surplus. So this is a good record. And then I need the other information that I have here in the database. So for the property address, I would go to the property appraiser's website and use the parcel to look it up. And let's see, site address right here, 2344. That's the property address. So then I just copy that in. Now the owner's name. I don't necessarily want to use the property appraiser's website to get the owner's name, because what's important here is you want the owner who owned the property at the time of the sale. Now, although today is June 24th, although the sale date was June 20th, that's likely fine. I'm sure that this information has not changed yet. But the new the person who was the high bidder at the tax deed auction, they're going to be the new owner. And you just don't want a chance going to the property appraiser's website and thinking, it had already changed. So what you want to do is go and use the O&E report, which would be found in the documents website. And we're going to look up the tax deed number on that site. So the way Broward sets it up, we have to go to the actual auction date, which was here, June 20th. And it was this tax deed number. And by clicking on this link here, that will bring up all of the documents for Broward County for that tax deed. So we have the property information report, and this is where it will tell you the owner of the property at the time of the sale. And then switching back, I'm also going to need the list of documents to see if there are any liens. And right here I can see there's a mortgage. And here it says lien holders and other interested parties of record. Now this is just in the case of Broward County. So under here, it doesn't necessarily mean they're liens. It could be interested parties of record, could be a neighbor adjoining property to the one that sold, many other reasons. But normally if you see a book and a page number or an instrument number, these are documents that may be a lien, and you want to look those up. So with our records, when we research them and put them on the enhanced list, we give you the book and page number. And at that point, once you have a book and a page number, you use the official records website for that county to look those up. And I'll just go ahead and do that for this one real quick. Let's see, 47643 and 174. And I look by book and page. And that is a final judgment, so that's definitely a lien. Let me make this bigger. And I can see here it's for $8,736. So that is a lien that would be paid out of the surplus before the previous owner. But that's a relatively low amount concerning the since there's over 30, or excuse me, since there's 30,000 in surplus. So, and then, we go along, we put in the documents, we put in the owner's name and their mailing address and any notes that we come up with. And this record would definitely go on the enhanced surplus list. And I wanted to show you, if you were a subscriber to the instant enhanced surplus list, what we would do. And so at this point, we found out that there are no liens on the record and that there is over 30,000 in surplus. So this would be one that we send instantly. And to do that, we just create the report, and that will bring up all the information that you need. And then we just click this button to email it to you. We would already have you set up on our email list, and it would be sent to you.